Welcome back to another episode of Trojan Television on your TV Kojiko. I'm your host, Christopher Doyle.
And I'm Rhea Dukwitz, and welcome back to another wonderful episode. So, what's up today, Chris?
Firstly, we take a look at our ski team. They've been doing an excellent job this year. They've won CASA and Bay of Quinte, and now are moving on to OFSA. We had to go all the way to the slopes to catch up with them.
I've been the head coach of the Moira Ski Team for the last 2 years, and I was helping out with another coach previous to that. I've just done the entry-level trained certification, and it was a great experience for me. That gives me the ability to train U12 and under past the high school levels. The team's come a long way. A few of our students were fairly new to skiing, actually, when we first started, and after the on-hill practices, they've really come a long way, progressed to parallel skiers, and they're all achieving at a fairly high level. So when they started, a few of them were still in a snowplow position, so their toes are together and not in very much control coming down the hill. They're at the point now where the tips are apart, and they're able to bring the skis down the hill in a much more efficient manner. We've been successful in the past with the odd individual heading off to OFSA, which is a really exciting experience for them. This year, we've had success so far at Bay of Quinte. We had a gold for the level 1 boys team, which we haven't had that in the past. This is a great opportunity. We had our first 3 racers were top 3 for the day. So with those scores combined, we end up in a pretty good, solid position. On top of that, we have a few individual racers as well at the level 1 level that they're doing quite well. So a level 1 would be a high school trained racer. We don't have club experience past U12 is the consideration for that. Above that is a level 2, and that's considered an open level racer. So you could have club experience and race against other club racers. We do have a couple level 2 racers. It's very challenging competition for them. We have a female level 2 and we have a male level 2. They've both done very well in their categories. One of them ended up with a silver. The other one was in 4th place. And again, very challenging competition for them. Yeah, the competition starts off with a giant slalom race in the morning, and they'll do 2 runs, and then we have a lunch break and a course reset, and we'll end up in a slalom course in the afternoon. So slalom a little bit more technical. The GS is a much quicker course. Yeah, so the giant slalom is a wider spaced gate, allowing the racer to get a bit more speed. There's a little bit more tucking, a little bit more, pushing and technical side of that one as well. We started training in November. We do 2 days a week of dryland training, trying to get them to the correct physical point that they need to be at. And from there, we have 5 on-hill practices, which are 2 hours with racing staff from the Badawa race team. And that's just takes them to the next level. The coaching staff is excellent at Badawa and have been a huge help for us. We feel like the athletes are, they're in good shape by the time we get to that position. That's our goal. So go out and get yourself a lesson, but get out and ski. The skiing is the biggest part. We need miles on the hill, and that's how we get better.
So far our season's actually gone great. Like we won Bay of Quinte, and tomorrow actually we have CASA. So OFSA would be next after CASA if we can hopefully make it there. It's at Blue Mountain in Collingwood. I've been skiing for 3 years now. On the slope, you got to focus every run, make sure it's clean and basically a race course. Keep trying, because my first year I got dead last. Second year I made it to OFSA, and see about this year. So,
well, at the race, Bay of Quinte, my specialty run was my second slalom. It's a lot of short, fast skates going down a steep hill. Very, very difficult for some people. But for me, I did pretty good. I was aggressive, and yeah, it was 30 seconds going down the run. Cross-blocking gates. I'm second year racing, so I haven't really gotten a good grip on that, so I do struggle with that, yeah. Yeah, so once everybody starts going through the course, it starts to get really icy. So once you start going through, you notice you'll start to slip going around each gate because of the ice. So you want to make sure you have good tuned skis for that. So the the first training session, we went to the hill. We get a race instructor to help us, and we usually do different drills on the hill. But over the next couple of practices, we got to put up gates. So we'd have gates going down the hill for beginners to learn how to ski race. I think in the months of, I think it was November, December, we started doing dryland training after school, Tuesdays and Thursdays. A lot of people working hard. We usually running around in the school, running up the stairs, down the stairs. Yeah, just a bunch of people working out. Oh, it's pretty good. I came second, which was a good accomplishment for me. First year racing for the school. If you were thinking about ski racing, you'd want to make sure that you know how to ski, you have the equipment, and just positive mind.
Well, I've always been skiing since I was little, but I've never done racing before, so this is my first year racing. Oh, I prefer GS, mainly because I am given more space to turn. Slalom isn't my favorite because it's very tight and a lot more movement. GS, the gates are a bit more far apart, so you ski in between and you make a wave pattern. I'm not the best skier on our team, but so that is a bit of a challenge, especially learning the skills for racing that I never had before. But something that is a problem is when it's icy. When it's icy, it's very hard to turn or carve. Typically, before a race, it's a preference. You can or you may not want to wax your skis. I practice at Badawa with my ski team. We practice usually Wednesday nights. Well, our coach will take us up the hill and we'll go down and go through the gates that have been set up for our team. There is dryland training, yes. We did that more so before the actual skiing had started. So we usually just went through a 30-minute to 1 hour workout. No, I kind of just do ski racing for fun with my schoolmates. Bay of Quinte, that was my very first race, so that was a very good learning experience. I've never seen a race before. Now I know kind of my place. I'm not the best skier, as I've said, but it was fun, and it was nice to know what it's like in that environment. Did that. I was encouraged greatly by my friends. It's a great thing. Not only are you learning how to ski better, but you're being put in a situation you might not be comfortable in, and it's a lot of adapting and learning.
Okay, so we started this high school practicing, I think it's been now 12, maybe even 14 years ago. There used to be a void if you didn't want to be a member of the Badawa Ski Racing Club. There was a little area that people would go, the high school kids would be coming looking for a place to practice. They didn't necessarily want to commit to the weekend program. So we started offering this Wednesday nights from 4 to 6. It's an opening in the spot that the hill has. That's not too busy. So we've been doing this for about 13, 14 years. So it's mainly for the kids that don't want to do a full commitment of a racing program on the weekends, but they still want to have some training, that kind of stuff for the Bay of Quinte and for CASA events. The first, we offer it's about a 4-week program, 5 weeks sometimes, depending on how long the season goes. So typically the first 2 weeks we definitely spend a lot of time on stance and balance. And that's the biggest thing that we find is that some of the times they're sitting back a little bit, they got to get a little bit more forward and centered on their skis, which will impact their ability to come around the turns and make effective turns. Anything from strength training helps definitely. Any kind of core exercising for the stomach, that kind of stuff that helps with this, maintain the center of balance while in motion, right? So we've had a lot of success that way. And just to see the repeat ones that have come over from grade 9 all the way up to 12, they're still participating. They're coming out, and every year they're getting better and better coming through. Well, words of encouragement, come on out. It's nice and close. It's not a big drive. We got beautiful conditions to see tonight. It's great. It's a nice little hill. It's not too challenging or a scary type thing. So come on out, give it a try. Bring your classmates, and it's good a couple hours.
They are doing amazing. Now, another thing that's happening here at Moira is a developmental league called Trojan Hoops. We do it every spring, and we had a chance to talk to some of our coaches and former players.
I've been a part of, Trojan Hoops is a basketball association that's just for fun. Anyone can come out. It's ages, grade 3 to 8. And I've been a part of this since I was in grade 3. I've been doing it every year, and it's been just a lot of fun. It's held at Moira Secondary School, and the skill session is to develop your skills and work on shots and layups and all that fun stuff. Grade 7-8 is when you're able to play the main court, because I think it's just that it'd be easier on the older kids to go up and down the court on the big court than it would be for the grade 3-4s, because they're a lot smaller. And we do a lot of drills, and those help me with making the Moira team and making the Harry J team, because I've learned those skills and I've remembered those skills, and I've put them to use in the practices for Moira and Harry J. Quinny was in the finals, so we'll have some pretty good players coming to Moira next year, and I think we'll be pretty high on the roster next year.
Well, Trojan Hoops is it happens every spring here at Moira Secondary School, and it's just a little basketball league for, I believe, grade 3s all the way to 8. And I've participated in it every year. I love getting together with all the, other kids from different schools. And this year, I'm even a coach as well as a player. Well, we do, practice some passes like bounce and chest passes, and then we do some running drills. It's basically like dry land with a basketball, just for a little bit. We also practice shooting, and, we get to know each other better that way. Well, I just play for fun, but I like, having some fun out there, passing along and joking with some of my friends. I don't play basketball competitively, but I just like going out. I try my best, and I've gotten pretty good over the years, I'd like to think. Well, firstly, I decided to be a coach just because I like working with kids, and, I thought, it'd be a good opportunity to learn how to do these types of things. We have to, obviously get the line so all the players get equal playing time. We have to deal with some maybe issues on the court and make sure everyone's having fun and a good time.
Well then, unfortunately, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed our show. My name is Chris Doyle.
And I'm Rhea Dukowitz, signing off. You did it!